Okay, hi there guys. So here I am at the clinic. I just thought I'd make a quick video because I don't think a lot of people talk about this. I don't think it's ever really been mentioned in school, certainly not when I was there anyway. It's things to look out for really when you're looking for work, maybe even for more employed work. So so these are things that I think people should look out for. Um, yeah, maybe the first thing I'd probably look for in an ad, I tend to ask myself, is this ad aimed at professional therapists? I know this is sounds like really really basic, but when they ask when they put in requirements like must speak English, I think to myself, well, does I mean, is this would if this was any other job, would they put this in as a requirement? Let's say, for example, if this was a position for a physiotherapist, do they always I don't know. I haven't looked at that many physio uh, job adverts, but I think that's a given. Being able to speak English, is it just goes without saying. And so when they say something like must speak English, what does the advertiser think we do? I mean, the process of seeing a client means that you greet the client, you take the client into the treatment room, you sit them down, you go through maybe perhaps even a health questionnaire, just to see if there's anything that needs to be avoided. You also identify their needs, find out if there's any pain anywhere, what they came in for a treatment for. All of that really requires you to speak English, if you're living in England, or any other English-speaking country. So for me that goes without saying. The same as when they require you to be punctual. Well, if I work anywhere, that's a given, right? So if they're asking for that, I tend to question that a little bit. In a job advert, if they offer free training as a perk, it sounds really good. I mean, who wouldn't want free training? But what I would suggest as well is if you get to the interview stage, also inquire more about this training. I've had free training in other places, and sometimes this training doesn't really add any extra value to you as a therapist, especially when you leave that position and go elsewhere. Sometimes the free training is simply just learning a massage routine, so it's exactly the same as all the other therapists in that centre. So that doesn't really up your skill sets as such. Just as long as you have a signature routine. So if it's a bit like creating a McDonald's Big Mac. So if somebody has a massage with you, and you'll do it exactly the same as somebody who does it at another branch somewhere else in the country or in the world. Or sometimes even that free training is a way to upsell products. So that's also something that you need to look out for as well, in the job ads as well. Are you expecting to upsell products? And if you are, what products are they? Are they products that you believe in? Are these products that you think really do the trick? Or if not, then that's probably not a job worth pursuing. In the job ad, do they tell you what kind of treatments that you need to provide? Do they make any specific requirements? That's really quite important as well, because if you don't have the qualifications that they're expecting, and if they're not putting it on the advert, then you could be in for a wasted journey if they do call you in for an interview. Okay, so when you do go in for an interview, if you get past that stage and they do contact you, it's worth asking a few questions, like why they're looking for a massage therapist. Because I mean, sometimes you may be surprised at the answer. They may just turn around to you and say, "Well, we have a spare room. We don't know what to do with it." Or they could say something like, "Oh, we have beauty therapists here that don't like doing massage, so we need someone to do it." And I don't think that's really like a satisfactory answer, really. If you're just you're just they don't really, it doesn't really sound like they're very passionate about massage itself. And also, it's really worth asking what massage means to them, because if they give you an answer like, "Oh, I think it's really good, just as a bit of pampering, as a little bit of relaxation, just makes people feel good." As massage therapists, you spent a lot of time, a lot of money investing in becoming a massage therapist, and and I know that massage therapy is a lot more than just making people feel good and just giving them a bit of relaxation or a bit of pampering. Also one thing that's really important as well is asking them what are they doing to promote massage. It's very important as well, because I mean, if they're let's say for example, if they're maybe like a beauty salon or a hair salon and they just happen to have a treatment room there, if all their social media as well is focused in on hair, facials, and you see very, very little to do with massage, and then you ask them the question, "Oh, what do you think they're going to do to promote their the massage section of things?" and they don't really give you a solid answer. They're not saying, "Oh, they're going to write articles or they're going to do something every single day on their social media to promote massage," then it might not necessarily be like a job worth pursuing, especially if they're expecting you to hit targets. So if they're not doing anything to really help you promote massage and they're putting you on targets, effectively what they're doing is putting you in an empty room and then expecting you to produce clients out of nowhere. So that's worth asking. Last thing I would probably I would suggest asking the interviewer is to ask them situational questions. So a question that I would like to ask somebody is, let's say for example, I have a client who's pregnant, maybe less than 3 months pregnant, and she demands that you do like really, really deep pressure on specific acupoints or trigger points in her upper back and neck, and to go very, very deep, and you refuse to do it. And then that client reports that to management. How would you expect management to deal with it? That's just one. Well, that's just like one situation. Now, if they provide you an answer that's not satisfactory, then you know that's not a place for you to be in. Okay, so that's basically it really. So when it comes to employed work, so some of the pros are regular pay, perhaps even a free uniform. They may even wash it for you. Free training, if it's good training, and you get to mix with other therapists. The cons are you've got the pressure of hitting targets sometimes, maybe upselling products that you may not necessarily believe in. Sometimes you may be expected to make clients appear out of nowhere. Hence, especially if they're not doing any promotions and they're not promoting you in any way, they're not letting people know that you exist. And there's no real chance of actually promoting yourself. You'll always be that therapist in that salon or in that clinic. You'll never actually be, Joe Bloggs. You have to see Joe Bloggs in that clinic. Okay, so I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please do leave messages down below. If I can help in any way, I'll be more than happy to make a video. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to making another video soon. Bye now.